Welcome to the Stickers on the Mic podcast, brought to you by StickerGiant.com, where we talk with our customers about how they started their business, how they're marketing their brand, and how they're growing their company. Without further ado, it's time for the Stickers on the Mic podcast from Sticker Giant. Let's get on with the show. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Stickers on the Mic. Andrew with you for this installation. It is September of 2020, and I am very happy to be welcoming back someone who I first had a chance to talk to a year ago, and I knew that there was a lot of runway and future for this brand, and I'm very excited to bring Debra from Fluff Trough back and back into my world. So Debra, welcome back. It's so great to see you.
Thanks, Andrew. It's Debra and Pork Chop here.
Indeed. Pork Chop Friends is who I interviewed a year ago when I first learned about Fluff Trough. The sticker was this beautiful pug, and I was just captivated, so I had to ring her up. And Debra, when I rang you up, this is rare for me, folks, because I don't always get to travel to the home of some of our customers, or their business for that matter. But it's just so happened that this business was in your home, and I got to meet Pork Chop and take some pictures and see the Fluff Trough actually in action. So I've said this a few times now, and it's, you got to conceptualize this and paint us a little bit of a picture, Debra, of not only what is Fluff Trough, but why did you decide to like really go all in on this? Because this is not a simple thing to manufacture. So just give us a little bit of like, what is Fluff Trough?
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so, Pork Chop is a pug, and he started having difficulty eating from traditional dog bowls and pet feeders. And pugs love to eat. Eating is his favorite. And it just, made me really sad to see him struggle. So I thought there's got to be a better dog bowl. And I looked on the market. There was really nothing good, even ones that were designed for pugs. So I'm like, I'm just going to make my own. So I invested in a 3D printer and, made a prototype of a feeder that I thought would help him eat better. So I made the prototype, put some food safe epoxy on it, and tested it with him, and it helped him a lot. So then I made a second prototype, and it was kind of like magic. It just enabled him to eat more comfortably. So then I thought, okay, well, what do I do with this? So I showed a couple of friends the prototype, and they were so excited. They're like, that is exactly the type of feeder I've been looking for my pug. The challenging part, like you said, is how do you manufacture and distribute a new product? That was something completely new to me, and I was just clueless and overwhelmed. And I did research, and it's very expensive to manufacture a new product and protect it. You have to get a patent on it because once your idea is out there, if someone else gets the patent first, there's really nothing you can do about it. So I took pretty much all of my savings, and I took that money to start the process of applying for a patent and to purchase the tooling needed to mass produce these bowls. And then I did a Kickstarter to kind of, see the interest level, and the Kickstarter was funded within a day, which is awesome.
Yeah, just an astonishing result sort of launched you into the beginning of this, right?
Yeah. So, then, as you get going with this process, you just learn more and more because you have to label the product a certain way. You need to get space to store it. You need to do fulfillment. So there's just so much to learn along the way. But it's a product that it solves a problem. There's a lot of pets that do struggle to eat from traditional feeders. It's like, why did we start, feeding our pets from these little round bowls on the floor? That's really uncomfortable because they have to bend their neck at a 90-degree angle. And, I tried eating that way. It's not comfortable at all. It causes a lot of digestion issues.
Right. We use utensils and we portion and we, like dog or animals in general, they're eating to what they can get in their mouth. And it sounds like too much or in the wrong sort of thing for the digestion for especially for pork chop, obviously our dear friend. Well, my dear friend anyway. And I guess friend of Sticker Giant too. Big fan of pork chop. We had a really good time. But when I did meet you, there you go. Let's just stay on track here though. So the fulfillment side, I want to get to that. That's a great point. I noticed that you work with someone in the Denver area, and I want to get a shout out to them, and also, hear how you sort of solve that problem for yourself, because that's a huge part for you. Okay, fine, you got the patent, now you know how to tool it. You obviously invested a lot of money, and then got the Kickstarter going to begin scaling production. How is that production going to create still the actual original tray? Fluff Trough.
Yeah, it's going really well. I have a team at the manufacturing facility that oversees quality control, all the materials testing, because, my number one goal is to create a high quality, long lasting and safe product for pets. And of course, we can manufacture the inventory, but then what do you do with it? So that was a big struggle with me. Obviously, I was living in a really small apartment at the time, and I didn't have space for all of these pet feeders. So fortunately, I am in an amazing group on Facebook, and I happened to meet Anna Costello, who is the owner of Drop Ship Like It's Hot. Mm-hmm. And we started working together, and she was willing to take me on as a new client, even though I was completely clueless about the fulfillment side of things. I'm like, I don't know what size boxes they go in. Right. I don't know what the pallets look like when they come in. So she really onboarded me, and she took over the process of creating a wonderful unboxing experience.
That's amazing. Because, sorry to interject, because just to clarify too, folks, it's dropshiplikeitshot.com. That's the website. It's awesome. Great brand name. Dogs as well. Very Denver, Colorado business. But we started this show years ago now, and one of my first anecdotes was how important it is to nail down that experience, and how much I like it, and how much we invest into it as our company too. So for her to create a business around that kind of experience, I think is fascinating, and I'd love to chat with her. I love what she's doing with her business. So that's really cool that you connected like that, though. You used Facebook to find her, and now she has just been able to really, like you said, design that final step for your brand.
Yeah, so we're actually business partners now. She's
Fabulous.
Just invaluable. So she,
Good for you.
She finds the right size boxes, obviously, so we can do the most cost-effective shipping. She wraps them in a beautiful paw print tissue wrap. She does some inserts, and she does this amazing tape on the box with the logo, which is actually pork chop, so people know when they get their Fluff Trough box, and it's just filled with love when they open it. So she's just made such an impact on
probably awesome for your social.
Yes. Oh yeah, we get
what I mean? That's the
videos.
Huge for you. So like I said, when I was with you all last year, you just had the tray and your basic silicone insert. Dishwasher safe, replaceable, because you can keep your tray, you can play, do all sorts of cool stuff with it. Or actually, what do you call it? Is it the tray is the insert, but then what is the stand? Is it the stand?
Yeah, so some people say stand or base, but it basically has the base and then the FDA silicone insert that's dishwasher safe.
So, but then, and you were just showing this to me, and I want you to hold it up again. Okay. But you developed a new version of the tray.
Yes. So, this is what's interesting in starting a business. You need to listen to your customers. They are going to give you the most valuable feedback. So pork chop has always struggled to eat. So I made the Fluff Trough for him, right? But then my customers were telling me, I have a dog or a cat that eats way too fast. I need something that slows them down. I love, the design of your bowl, but I want them to eat slower. So that's why we made what we call the Binge Blocker. And one of our amazing customers actually came up with that name. Whenever we have a new product, we let the customers come up with the name.
Wow.
So this is the Binge Blocker, and it has pockets that hold the food, and it just makes it more challenging and take longer for the dog or cat to eat the food without being too frustrating. A lot of the current slow feeders on the market, they're made from a hard plastic, so when the dog's kind of digging in there, they can hurt their nose.
Especially if they're really going at it, like they're just rubbing their face real hard into it, so that's tough.
Yeah, so we're really happy with this product, and it's been getting a lot of great feedback. The main concern that pet parents have with their fast eaters is they eat too fast and then they choke, so it could be potentially dangerous. So now they don't have to worry about leaving their pet alone with their food bowl and then choking on something.
Totally. And then you're also saying that you've got like a third, insert now that you're working on. So that's going to be, base plus 3 now, which is a nice evolution in like a really short amount of time to have those different products for customers. What's this third thing you're working on?
Yeah, so there's a lot of excitement for that. That is going to be a stainless steel water bowl insert that fits into the base. So the reason the water bowl insert is not made from silicone is that most people, use stainless steel for water. So that's going to hold over 2 cups of water, and people can either have 2 bases, one for food and one for water, or when your dog is done eating, you can take out the feeding insert and put the water bowl in. So we're really excited to get that launched.
Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, I love it. Especially, like I said, in a year. You've also got on the site this gift wrap with a bunch of dog designs. Now, who's designing that for you there?
Okay, so that's Anna again. So a lot of people love to send Fluff Troughs as gifts to other people. So we offer that where we wrap it in this beautiful dog gift wrap and a bow, and we do a handwritten note. People just love to send them as gifts, and it's so nice to see. It's a nice little
just add to cart. And then you've got the pug mug and, of course, the pug tank. And for me, obviously, the Pugacorn sticker. Tell us a little bit about this amazing, like 3x3-inch sticker that you all are printing up.
Yeah, so we are starting a new line of Pugacorn products, and we. Obviously, a lot of our customers are pugs, but we have a lot of non-pug customers. But it was founded and inspired by
pugs. Are classic, though. Pugs are a classic,
Yeah. So with that, the Pugacorn, they're kind of like magical creatures. They bring you joy. They make you happy. And our Pugacorn is named after Missy, who was a rescue, and she was actually a white pug that had a benign tumor, right in the middle of her forehead. So, her mommy reached out to me, and, we talked about her story. She's passed now. But we wanted to, again, name our sticker made by Sticker Giant after Missy and have that story, because our customers and their pets are just so important to us.
Do you have that sticker handy?
I do have it handy.
Nice.
Oh, here it is. I threw it on the ground, so.
That's okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is fantastic. That makes me so happy.
It's a Pugacorn that has gotten stuck in the rainbow, because pug people will tell you their pugs are always getting stuck in places or.
Right. That is awesome. That is so great. So we've got Pugacorn from Missy, and that sticker's there. But then the sticker that brought us together was just you had like 2 different ones of pork chop, I guess. That's when you're saying the illustration of pork chop?
Yeah. So
and who did those for you, or was that yours?
So I worked with a graphic artist to create those, and we had Sticker Giant print those, and we actually were going to need to reorder because we give those away at events, and they just fly off the table. So
I love the one, never leave me unless you're getting me food.
Yes, and that's pretty much how it is living with the pug. They're very clingy, and they don't want you to leave unless you are, in fact, getting them something to eat. So both of those stickers were really popular, and they're gone.
Yeah, nice. That's great. And then you do a little vinyl wrap that you end up, or you can customize, I guess, your base, and you're doing that with another sort of adhesive product as well. Yeah,
so we do custom vinyl text. So if you want to put your dog's name or your cat's name or their favorite saying on, the side of their fluff trough, you can customize it. And we are seeing the coolest customization. A lot of customers are customizing their fluff troughs on their own, and it is just really
Oh,
cool.
nice. So they I like that idea, but I want to do it this way. And then I bet you they tag you, right?
Yeah, they always tag us. I love to share them. They'll have their own machines at home to print custom vinyl.
Sure. Yeah, and just for those listening, we don't supply that particular product. That's not a product that brought us together, but that's okay because I love the idea of also, you're giving your customers your site is pretty clean. It's just home, shop, about, contact, and then happy customers because you really want when people buy this to come back and then gift it or it becomes part of I bet a lot of pictures too of that dog because people create entire Instagram handles for their dog.
They do. We
you know what I mean?
We get tagged so much every day, and I love it. It's so funny to see, when there's a pet that gets a fluff trough and they're first experiencing it, and then their relationship with their fluff trough changes over time where they'll go and they'll sit by the fluff trough and stare at their parent waiting for food, or they'll flip it over because they get a little hangry. So it's really cool to see it over time. We have another customer that her pug only will eat from 2 fluff troughs because she likes the buffet style diet.
Oh, goodness.
So it's really cute. And some people will have either all the same colors for their dogs, or each dog will get their own color.
Yeah, my kids all have different colors. There's 3 hooks at the door where it's all color blue, green, and purple. Those are the colors of my house. That's so funny. That's fantastic, Debra. I love it. I love that you've created a community around this product and you solve this problem. But let's rewind. What, other than having this pug and being oh, I'm going to take the gumption and go do this thing. Like you said, you had no idea. I disappeared. Sorry, here I'm back. You had no idea of how to do this. What sort of skills do you feel like you've leaned on from your past that have been invaluable to sort of get this off the ground?
I ask myself that a lot because my background is in technical writing and resume writing and training. So I don't really use a lot of that formal training I had before in what I do now. Really, what I've learned is every day is overwhelming. I'm always learning something new, right? And there's always a new challenge, especially with COVID. That has made it so hard on all businesses. But, I know I'm going to get through it, and I'm going to learn from my mistakes and do the best I can every day. But what I've really learned is reach out to others for help. There are so many things I don't have expertise in that I just have to reach out. I have to ask questions. I have to learn. I kind of have to digest it myself and then try to execute the best I can. The one thing I never do that on is any of the accounting. I am not allowed to do accounting anymore. I'm really, really bad at that. But, just from my past, I worked a lot of corporate jobs, and it's so different from, what I'm doing now. There's a lot more freedom, but there's just, when you own your business, there's a lot more work. I don't close it down at 5:00. I'm still answering customer questions at midnight, which I love, but it's completely different.
Yeah, but then you say you partnered with Anna, so you were able to leverage a network and then integrate, I presume you'll have to hire people, right? You'll have to grow that.
Yes, we will. Right now I'm doing a lot of the work because buying inventory is expensive. To buy a lot of inventory, it's a lot of money, and to invest in tooling for new products, it's a lot of money.
And now that you're getting that streamlined, then you can work on growth. So you're still very much in that sort of acquisition and now the scaling part of that, which is crazy considering you, like you said, you 3D printed it. Like,
Yeah.
that was the prototyping. You did the prototyping though, right? So that's pretty rad, I think. So we've talked a little bit about what's next. We know Pork Chop, like you said, is sleeping, so we can't get a little peek at him there, but he's doing good. And you have happy customers who are engaging with you, which is kind of the dream come true and sweet spot for all businesses, right? So what do you like after, you can get the stainless steel thing, right? You got some lifestyle stuff going on with apparel and some extra, fun merchandise. What do you think where do you think Fluff Trough goes?
So we are coming out, I forgot to tell you this.
No, we're still going. It's all good. It's all good.
We're coming out with a larger Fluff Trough for bigger dogs. So a lot of larger breeds, they're like, oh, that we want this design, but it's way too small for our dogs.
The dog's going to eat the actual thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean? So we're coming up with a larger Fluff Trough, which is really neat, and it's going to work really well for a lot of bigger dogs, especially dogs that have big heads, right? Like big bulldogs. How are you supposed to fit your head in a small round bowl?
Yeah, they'll get their whole head stuck in the Fluff Trough. Because folks, the Fluff Trough's like a not even a foot across, maybe, like, right, and then wide it's like a half a foot, give or take, like loosely, right?
Yeah,
it's not that big, and then the inside is even smaller. So like, I don't know, like I could see a dog getting totally jammed in there if they're going to town.
We have big dogs, using it right now, but the bigger one's going to be much better for them. So we're going to,
cool.
Have the
and then 3 inserts for that, right? But you have to rejigger your whole manufacturing and production, and then QC and QA and all that. I mean, materials are materials. You make the thing out of the same thing, but that makes the original Fluff Trough, which was 1 insert, and so that's 2 things. Now you're at like stand and 3 things, and then times 2. That's really cool. That's just more volume and units that you can start going. Although that's the most expensive part of your business, right? Is creating those new products, not like T-shirts, like T-shirts or T-shirts.
Yeah, those are T-shirts and mugs are easy, but the tooling and all the inventory and all the testing, that's quite costly. So we're going to come up with the larger Fluff Trough, and then, in doing this business, I've learned so much. So pet parents will contact me and they'll share like, my pet has this problem eating, or my pet struggles with this, and they give me so much insight into other problems we can solve. So I kind of see this brand as saying, okay, where is there a gap, with a core product that pets need? How can we make it better? How can we solve all the problems that current products aren't solving for these, pets and their pet parents? So I really want to be innovative and think outside the box. Where the Fluff Trough is such a unique looking bowl, right? We're thinking outside the bowl. So I really want to create products that solve problems and, make an impact on pets' lives.
There you go. That is a nice way to bring it all together. Debra, it has been a pleasure. Like I said, everybody, it's flufftrough.com, and there's a lot there to check out. And especially if you head over to social, you're going to see a lot of happy dogs. Although I guess cats could eat out of it too.
We do have cat customers, not as many, but I need to start working with the cats more. We just have so many dog customers right now.
Right, and I mean, especially as soon as, potentially, I don't know if it's your dream to get into a store. I mean, I don't know what that looks like for your brand. There's big pet stores, there's small pet stores. I mean, do you have any sort of resources around that?
Yeah, we're actually in 4 retail locations right now. So just smaller retailers. And we are expanding to other countries because we have a lot of demand in other countries. But global supply chain and logistics are very complex. So that's, again, one of my daily challenges, importing product into another country. There's a lot of
Holy cow. It's you just were trying to get Pork Chop, to slow down and not get sick. And now you're dealing with global supply chains. That's just fantastic, right? Like, I mean, I love it. Yes. And then, of course, the Instagram is also Fluff Trough. This your feeding unit. This is a silicone insert. It's food grade. It's non-toxic. It's dishwasher safe. It's solving a problem for millions of people and millions of pets too. So that's pretty rad. Well, someday anyway. Hopefully, I don't know what your total customer. But what I mean is the audience is millions of people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so those people just need to find you, and hopefully we can help with that. So we appreciate it. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for your time.
And thank you so much. I love getting my Sticker Giant packages, and last time you guys included some extras, and I just love them. So thank you so much. And Andrew, I'm like a big Andrew fan too.
Oh well, come on, folks. I don't normally get that. That's too kind, Debra. I appreciate you. But like I said, it is rare to be able to go actually get a picture of someone's dog and see the dog and the stickers that we print. So it's great to be inspired by you, Debra, and best of luck. And of course, keep Pork Chop, say hello for him and all that stuff. So we will see you next time, folks. Debra, again, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And yes, give Pork Chop our love. Thanks everybody for listening. It's been a pleasure again for me to talk to Debra and all of you. And if you have the idea, you got to go for it. I think that's what Debra's really given us today. And we say at the end of every show, every sticker has a story. Today, it's Pork Chop, and also the Believe Pugacorn sticker, which I never thought in my life I would be so happy to see a pug and a rainbow. But that is fantastic. And thank you, everybody, and we will see you next time. That wraps up this episode of Stickers on the Mic, brought to you by StickerGiant.com. You can download us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, or your favorite podcatcher. Thanks again for listening to Stickers on the Mic. We'll see you next time.